Dear students, hope you are all well in the family. In the last class, we have discussed about prefix and suffix. Today, we will discuss about the topics dialogue. Our today's lesson is dialogue. Dialogue means dia plus log. Dia means both sides. Log means talks. That is why we may say that dialogue means a particular discussion or conversation between two persons or two groups. We may repeat, dialogue means a particular discussion or conversation between two persons or two groups. Now we will discuss how to make a dialogue. We are able to make a dialogue in the following category, but you must keep in mind before making or writing a dialogue. Number 1, clear concept. Whenever we make a dialogue or put down a dialogue, we must concept the clear. Number 2, to maintain pair. Pair means both sides. Number 3, language focus. We must focus the language whenever we make or put down or write down a dialogue. We must focus two types of language from the beginning of the dialogue and then at the end of the dialogue. Number 4, to maintain equal number of sentences for each pair if possible. That means whenever write down a dialogue, we must maintain equal number of sentences. That means whenever put down a sentence or two sentences, we must maintain pair must be equal if possible. Number 5, finishing the dialogue with at least 6 pairs or at best 8 pairs. That means whenever we put down or write a dialogue, we must keep in mind we must finish the dialogue at the minimum 6 pairs. How many pairs? 6 pairs or at best 8 pairs. Moreover, you may top up highest 10 pairs but not over 10 pairs, but standard level is 6 to 8 pairs. We must finish. Number 6, whenever we make a dialogue or write down a dialogue, we may try to act out or play the roles, but it is not mandatory in the exam or exam hall. It is not mandatory. You should not act out in the exam. When you appear at the exam and answer the question dialogue, you need not act out or play the roles. Number 7, we must finish the dialogue. Try to finish word limitation around 100 or 150 words. 100 to 150 words we must finish. And whenever we write the dialogue, we will of course try to use plain English. Use plain English. Plain English means easy type of English. Easy type of English, easy type of language. Okay, dear students, that is the making a dialogue. How to make a dialogue. This is the system. Then we may go through the next. Whenever we put down the dialogue, we must follow some common expressions of conversation. From the beginning of the conversation, when we start our dialogue, we may follow or we may start the following instruction or common expression in the following. Suppose hi or hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, nice to meet you, how are you, how do you do, what are you doing now, what do you do, what about you, how about you, may I introduce myself, would you like to dash, can you say or can you tell, etc. These are the first common expression. But whenever we finish the dialogue, at the end of the dialogue or at the end of the conversation, we may use or put down this type of expression, this type of language, such as thank you, bye, bye bye, nice to meet you, see you tomorrow, see you again, see you later, welcome, you are welcome, or most welcome, you are right, sure, of course, definitely. We may use this type of language. Dear students, we may make a dialogue. Whenever we put down a dialogue, we must follow this instruction at first. Whenever we make a dialogue, we must keep in mind, we must map in our mind this figure. Any dialogue, whenever we put down a dialogue, we must keep in our brain or in our mind this map. Dear students, we may look at the picture or you may look at the figure. You may look at the figure. There are at least or at most 8 pairs. At the time of making or writing a dialogue, we must at first map in this system. Okay, pair 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we must map in our mind. Then, dear students, we may try to put down a dialogue. Mind mapping 2. You may look at the system or figure. This is the common dialogue. Whenever we put down any type of dialogue, we must figure out this system. First two pairs. First pair, second pairs. We may use in any type of dialogue. Okay. Suppose Shumon. Dialogue between two friends, Shumon and Shohan. Hi Shohan, good morning. Good morning Shumon, how are you? I am fine, and you? Fine, thanks. Are you worried about? Last expression, we may use thank you so much and welcome. Dear students, we may try to put down a complete dialogue. We may make a dialogue, the dialogue name, a dialogue between two friends about how to save ourselves from coronavirus. Repeat, a dialogue between two friends about how to save ourselves from coronavirus. This is the final figure, mind mapping 3. The dialogue between two friends, Shumon and Shohan. Dear students, if you don't mind, I may act out the dialogue both sides, Shumon and Shohan. Hi Shohan, good morning. Good morning Shumon. How are you? I am fine, and you? Fine, thanks. Are you worried about? Yes, I am. Feeling of so much tension. What about? About corona. It has already outbroken in the world. Day after day, many people are dying of corona. The World Health Organization declared it as a global pandemic. How can we save ourselves? Yes, the world is facing the virus to cope up with. We are desperately trying to do so. But in order to keep ourselves safe and sound, we have to maintain some rules of health and hygiene. Yes, we must wash our hands with alcohol regularly. But staying home is the best way to remote from coronavirus. Yes, without any emergency, we should not go outside. We have to avoid crowded place and should not be gathered or concerted anyway. Okay, We also to maintain social distance. The distance between two persons should be kept off at least 1 meter. That means 3 feet away. Corona means we will be unsocial as a human being. Okay, repeat the sentence. Corona means we will be unsocial as a human being. Yes, okay. It's a clear idea. But another most important part is that whenever we go outside, we must use a mask for inhaling no virus. Okay, we avoid touching our nose, mouth, or eyes. Okay, thoroughly and regularly we clean our hands with an alcohol based hand rub or wash them with soap water. Definitely, we'll eat various types of fruits which produce vitamin C in order to save from corona, that means COVID-19. We must take physical exercise regularly, then no corona will attack us. Yes. আমরা ঘরে করোনা দূরে. Yes, corona will never infect or kill us. Thank you, dear students. Enjoy yourselves.